Welcome back. Today, on Coin Value Guide, we'll reveal the top 5 rarest UK pennies, their jaw-dropping values, and the remarkable stories etched into their copper and bronze surfaces. So grab your magnifying glass and let's see if one of these treasures could one day be found in your own collection. Let's begin our countdown of numismatic legends with number 5 on our list, the 1937 Georgiev's 6 UK penny, valued at an astonishing $700,000. Picture this. The world stands on the brink of war, and in the shadow of these tense years, a new monarch, King George VI, takes the throne following the abdication crisis. While millions of pennies were struck during his reign, the 1937 penny is in a class all its own. Why? Because almost all of the 1937 pennies were not meant for general circulation. They were mainly specimen coins, meticulously crafted for collectors and dignitaries. Each of these pennies tells a story of historic transition. On the obverse, the unmistakable profile of King George VI, his features defined with regal sharpness. On the reverse, Britannia stands resolute, the trident in her hand pointing confidently towards a nation's future. But what makes this coin especially valuable is its rarity. Less than a handful have ever been confirmed to exist outside museum walls or private collections. So, if you ever encounter one of these 1937 pennies, remember, you're not just holding a coin, you're touching a moment of British resilience and royal drama, a piece so exclusive that its story continues to captivate collectors around the globe. And with a price tag of $700,000, it's enough to make anyone's jaw drop. Moving up the list at number 4 is the 1936 Georgiev's 5 UK penny, carrying a value today of about $130,000. This penny hails from the closing chapter of King George V's reign, a time when Britain itself was on the cusp of seismic change. What sets the 1936 penny apart from others isn't just its age, it's the scarcity. It was a year of minimal production, with most coins minted as proofs, or in extremely limited runs as the royal mint awaited a new monarch following George V's death. Collectors pursue this coin not only for its scarcity, but for its poignant reminder of the end of an era, a period marked by post-war recovery, social transformation, and the formation of the modern UK. If you're lucky enough to handle one, every detail, from the king's distinctive mustache to Britannia's determined gaze, carries the weight of history. So why do collectors pay 6 figures for this seemingly modest penny? It's the intrigue of history, the chase of discovery, and the allure of owning an artifact touched by the hands and moments of a bygone age. At number 3, we encounter a true numismatic titan, the 1921 Georgiev's 5 UK penny, with a staggering estimated value of $1,500,000. Why is this coin so special? The 1921 penny is shrouded in mystery. While millions were minted, a select few stand apart, thanks to their extraordinary strike quality and, in incredibly rare instances, unique die errors or proof finishes. Imagine Britain in the early 1920s, nations recovering from the devastation of World War I, economies in flux, and the Royal Mint experimenting with small production runs for proof coins to test new process innovations. Among these, the 1921 proof penny emerged, a coin boasting a remarkable level of artistry and precision, most never leaving the walls of the mint. Those that did become prized treasures, coveted, hunted, and fiercely protected. Today, only a minute number of these coins are known in pristine condition, making them objects of envy for collectors worldwide. Their phenomenal valuation isn't just about metal or rarity, but about the story. The 1921 penny is proof that even the humblest coin can bear witness to decades of change, acting as silent sentinels to history's unfolding chapters. Our second rarest penny brings us back to the twilight years of the Edwardian era. Number 2 on our list, the 1909 UK King Edward VII penny, now worth an astonishing $270,000. The beginning of the 20th century was a period of optimism, innovation, and exploration, with Edward VII at the helm. However, his abbreviated reign meant that production runs for coins bearing his likeness were limited, and the 1909 penny is rarer still. That year saw a diminished mintage, making pristine examples incredibly hard to find today. Additionally, over the decades, many coins were lost, melted, or worn down to illegibility, a fact that steepens the stakes for collectors seeking a nearly mint specimen. What does it feel like to hold a 1909 Edward VII penny? You're not just clutching a coin. You're holding a portal to a world of horse-drawn carriages, gaslit streets, and burgeoning empires. The king's dignified profile gazes into the distance as if pondering the future of a nation on the cusp of seismic change. For those who find one, it isn't just the financial windfall that matters, but the privilege of securing a relic from an era that witnessed the dawn of the modern age. Now, we arrive at the crown jewel of this countdown, a coin so extraordinary, so valued, that it has become the stuff of legend among collectors and historians alike. Number 1 on our list is the 1906 UK King Edward VII penny, a masterpiece with a remarkable estimated value today of $450,000. To understand the allure of this particular penny, we must travel back in time to an era defined by innovation and possibility. 1906 was a year that saw the rise of technology, social movement, and a newfound confidence within Britain and its territories. And yet, the 1906 penny's mystique lies not merely in its age, but in its rarity and the mysteries it presents to collectors even today. Fewer than a handful of these pennies have ever surfaced in pristine, uncirculated condition. Most examples have vanished into the mists of time. Each surviving piece is meticulously examined, its color, luster, and detail scrutinized by experts and enthusiasts alike. The coin's regal obverse features the thoughtful visage of Edward VII, marked by lines of wisdom and the subtle weight of kingship. The reverse, bold and unyielding, displays Britannia, her resolve clear as she guards the shores of an empire at its peak. Owning a 1906 Edward VII penny is more than an incredible investment. It is possessing a symbol, a story, and a slice of history. What is it about these rare pennies that captures our imagination? Perhaps it's their power to transport us back in time, to a world very different from our own. One of queens and kings, of empires and revolutions. Perhaps it's the excitement of the hunt, the thrill of discovery as you examine every penny in your change, wondering if history has slipped unexpectedly into your pocket. For the collector, each rare penny is a puzzle, a reward and a celebration, a connection to the lives and stories of those who came before us. But let's not forget, these coins aren't just valuable for their monetary worth. Their true value lies in their ability to teach us about our past, to remind us of the kings and societies, the struggles and triumphs, the stories behind the dates and mint marks. When you study a rare penny, you're not only learning about coinage, you're exploring the heritage of a nation. Each one is a testament to craftsmanship, resilience, and the enduring intrigue of history. Imagine for a moment that you're the one who finds such a coin. Maybe it's at a car boot sale, nestled among forgotten keepsakes, or in a collection handed down from a relative. The stakes are real, and the possibilities endless. What would you do if you discovered a 1937 George VI penny worth $700,000? Or a 1906 Edward VII penny, whose value nearly reaches $500,000? The thrill is not just in the ownership but in the adventure, the possibility that something truly extraordinary could be yours. Can you feel the excitement building? The rarest UK pennies aren't just collector's items. They're keys to untold stories, pieces of a puzzle that link us to kings, queens, and the very fabric of British history. It's this drama, this possibility, this allure that keeps collectors and history lovers on the edge of their seats, searching, studying, and dreaming. As we reach the end of our journey through Britain's most extraordinary pennies, ask yourself one question. What other stories remain hidden, waiting to be discovered in our everyday change? If you're as fascinated by these historic coins as we are, Make sure to hit subscribe and join the Coin Value Guide community. With every episode, we uncover more hidden gems, offer expert tips, and bring you closer to making that life-changing discovery of your own. So, don't miss your chance. Hit that subscribe button, join Coin Value Guide, and turn your curiosity into a journey through history. You never know. Your greatest treasure could be just a penny away.